Basically, earlier today at about 12:30 this afternoon, officers from the Devonshire Division made a traffic stop on a vehicle that was driving a high rate of speed.
I felt intimidated at first, but the officers are actually pretty welcoming. They don't mind that you're trying to get information. I had seen stuff from a distance before, but I had never been, right on the front line like that. I had never been, escorted by police or hung out next to major news stations getting the same information that they were. I was trying to find ways around the tape, which kept getting me caught and pushed back by other officers. At one point, I had climbed this hill and got onto a fence where I can get a clear shot of the actual gas station where the car was. And other people started following me because they thought I had a good idea, and which brought the attention of the police, so they actually had yelled at us to get us all down. Certain areas were taped off that I couldn't get to. I tried to race it with police to let me out there, but they just kept pulling me back to the media area. I think it was a really good experience.
Subsequently stopped the car at the Arco gas station and arrested the driver for possession of narcotics. During the search of the car, they located some burglary tools and observed what they believed to be a pipe bomb on the floor.
On my way home from school, I saw police lines, and I saw that it wasn't a normal situation given how wide the police closure was. So I parked and got out and started running around. My mom works in the area, so my initial thought was to make sure that she was out of there. That's probably the main reason why I got out of the car that day. I'd gotten out and started running around the police lines to get to her. When she saw that she was okay and that they were actually going to get him out of there, then I started trying to find ways around police tape to get pictures. It was kind of instinctive, and that surprised me. I didn't think that it would be, you never think that's a situation you're going to stumble upon. You think that all these people have it planned out all the time, and they're always just so ready for it. This was an accident, and I accidentally had this instinct, I think, to climb on top of gates, to, talk to police officers who are trying to yell at me to get back. It was just instinctive.
Called in a bomb squad, came out and checked the device and determined that it was an explosive device. Subsequently, they removed that device with a bomb robot and detonated it.
I think, you never know how you're going to react, and if I've ever thought about it before, I always thought that I might freeze or, be too intimidated to ask questions. But that wasn't the case at all. I jumped at the chance, called my editors, asked for advice, called my advisors, asked for advice, and it seemed that I was doing everything right. So, it was just about being in the situation and, letting instinct take over. One of the cameramen from KTLA brought me inside of his truck and was just showing me all kinds of things, giving me advice. Serene Branson, the reporter from KCAL 9, was asking me questions about my life, about my schoolwork. She asked if she could interview me since she did acknowledge that I was first on the scene.
After detonating it and rendering it safe, we cleared the car, searched its entire contents, and found some other items of concern, which is the reason we're still here. Until we get an opportunity to look at those other items, x-ray them, render them safe, we're going to be holding this traffic closure.
You get a sort of adrenaline from it that you can only get when you're doing something that exciting, and sometimes you don't think you'll be able to handle it the way you do, but it was a lot of fun, especially hearing the stories that some of the other reporters were telling me about the LA riots when they were involved in them, not sleeping for 36 hours, to get the story out, and driving from place to place for each breaking news, and I think it's pretty cool, and it definitely did interest me more in the field. I think when I started this, I was just out for the whole photography aspect of it all, but after seeing what these reporters go through every day, to get the story that they want, I think it's a lot more than you thought it was.